Welcome, guys. This is a fun little match. I had this crazy idea up on top of the new tornado to build a wall, and had some help from my nephew. He actually gave me some of the ideas while I was in here, and just having some fun. I was like, how cool would it be to build a wall around, the entire tornado? Because the point of it is I wonder how long it would take in case we're in a real game to do it. Turns out it takes a long time, but I cut it down for everybody here to see, because this it turned out way cooler than I expected. And then at the end, you get to see us actually tear the wall down, and I gotta say it was pretty sweet, and it was really cool. I don't know if anybody else has done this, because I'm sure somebody has, and I'm sure theirs is probably cooler, since this is the first time I've ever done something like this. So, enjoy. So, what you're seeing here is us putting around one layer of a wall, um, one block up, if I may, and on accident, my nephew had actually put two blocks up and said, wait, what if we do higher? And I says, well, you put zero gravity on in this playground match. Why don't we go higher? So, definitely a big shout out to my nephew for the idea of going higher with this. Fortnite's become just like the most addicting game in the world right now, and I had to get in on it, and I was skeptical. But my nephew said, you have zero gravity, jump up and just keep doing that. And I was like, what? So I was like, man, we're gonna need more more supplies to build this wall then. And it gets cooler, and it was so much fun. You know, my nephew was like, hey, I want to do save the world. And I was like, okay, we can go do that. Let me just build this wall quick. And he didn't think it was gonna take a while, but then he got into it, and it was really fun. It's just a border wall, like, to keep people out, from coming in. And I didn't think it was gonna be as big as it was, but it was pretty cool. And at the end, I was thinking about Ronald Reagan a little bit, a little bit of history on that. I was thinking, tear down that wall. So, or from Family Guy, where he's outside McDonald's saying, tear down that wall. So, I don't show you this all for too long. We kind of do get to the good stuff here in a minute, but I just wanted everybody to see how we did it. That's me being a noob, not knowing how to wall right there. If you look at the other videos on my channel, I'm more of a GTA guy, a Madden guy, Call of Duty guy. You'll see some Black Ops 4 stuff on here. Um, so, here we go. This gives you a good idea of like the entire wall. Because then I was like, wait a second. People can just fly in here. And my nephew's like, oh my god, you're right. So we decide to go and put a roof on this. I apologize for my voice. It's a little worn out from work, for it being so low. But I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and I knew I had a little time to just put it together. This was in total about 30 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes up there. Yeah, that sounds about right. And the whole thing, though, was about 30 minutes. So we ended up doing this all the way down to like the last few minutes of the match, and it's really cool. You know, and the cool part about this is definitely when we tear it down. And I was like, right here, I was like, wait, we need to still be able to get up here. I'm going to put a hole over the stairs so we can still actually get in and out if we need to get down there and chop down more supplies. And we did. You don't see it, but we actually did. We had to go back down and get more supplies. So here you will see that we have the whole thing built. And you're about to see me fly around zero gravity. And you're going to see me fly around in the tornado. This is really cool. And here we go. Like, I feel like these are like apartment buildings in like DC or like China or Japan or something. Like, look at this. Or something from one of my favorite movie and book series, actually. I didn't read very many books growing up, but I definitely read the Maze Runner series. So, I wonder what they're going to do about more movies, because the next two books kind of go back in time. So, look at this. The whole wall. It's a box. It actually turned out to not as much be a wall as much as it ended up being a fort. Hence, Fortnite. And that little step down there is what's holding everything up. What you just saw there in the bottom. Because that'll come in handy very much later when we want to tear it down, because it's still attached to the ground. That one too. So you are going to be seeing that very soon. This is just to give you an idea of how huge this thing is, this fort. Man, oh man, this was just awesome. As you can see, we're at 16 minutes to go. So we took some time to do it, and it wasn't perfect. It was not perfect by any means, but it was just one of these cool ideas that started out really small, really basic, and it just turned into something absolutely awesome. My nephew and I usually have some pretty cool ideas in gaming in general, but so I didn't know what I was going to be doing here. My nephew's the smart one in this, and I was like, all right, let's start blowing out the corners. And he's like, well, no, that's not gonna do it. We gotta do more. And I was like, okay. So I gave him the rockets, and and he had some grenades and he had some sticky bombs. And he says, listen, I know where to do it. And so he went around, and that step right there is going to be the key to all this. And get ready, because it happens relatively quickly. But man, this gets all air goes. There it goes. Fired up Friday right there, man. Dave Whitfield's quote. Fired up Friday. Let's go. Let's go. That was awesome. And that's it. Fortnite's fun. Building a wall. Building a fort. Tearing it down. It was pretty epic. Thank you. Have a great day.